Hello and welcome to the Coach Tom Moore Show. I'm Shay Walker with Coach Tom Moore, head coach of the Warren County Pioneers. Well, the Pioneer season came to an end this past weekend as week one of the playoffs. Warren County went to Harden Valley, very nice complex up there. Harden Valley wins it by a score of 35-14. Coach, a valiant battle by the Pioneers going up against a tough team, but just wasn't to be this time.
Well, they were number 2 in the region up there. Of course, Maryville's number 1, and there's some other teams that are very good teams that they beat this year. Dobbins-Bennett, Kingsport, Science Hill, to name 3. It was a real competitive region that they had. That school, Harden Valley, is really impressive. It's the first time I've been there. Also, it's in a nice area, kind of an affluent area, but they kind of have a number of athletes. They've been successful in track and won the AAA championship in baseball. They have a good baseball program up there, which tells you they have a lot of good athletes, and that's what we suspected going into the game.
And a good number of fans from Harden Valley there. They filled up their side of it, and all things considered, not a bad crowd from Warren County as well.
Right. I think that people have been watching us play, would agree we haven't played well in every game, but we've been pretty scrappy in a number of games, and particularly we had one of our best efforts come in the Blackman game, heading into this Harden Valley playoff game.
Well, a perfect night for football in Knoxville, and the Hawks took it right down the field. Their opening possession, 44-yard pass play from Green to Clay to put the Hawks out in front. Warren County got a little break. Good punt by Morin, pinned them back, and then a fumble. Warren County recovers inside the 5, and Velasquez is able to take it in.
Right. This is the fumble right here.
It looks like you never got the ball.
Right. They gave it to us, and we took advantage of it. I believe it's Hunter Hawkins that recovered the fumble. You have to get on those, and we don't always get them. Neither does other teams. So those are important opportunities that we hate to miss.
Yeah, bad place if you're going to fumble the ball, but Pioneers got it. Got the 4-yard line, I believe. And here comes the scoring play.
We got in tight formation, just run the ISO. He cut it back right behind Kayron and Ethan Stewart, and able to get it in the end zone.
Good run.
Right. They had we were playing on defense without Brandon Breedlove this week. Unfortunately, he's probably over the last year our most consistent, and really a rough defensive player. And he's really the quarterback of our defense. So that was a tall order for us to play well without him. Right. Good takeoff. Yeah. And he's always been a receiver and kind of a jack of all trades. He's played a number of positions on defense, even a little quarterback. But we were able to find somebody that's going to give us some consistency at tailback, and he's done a good job last couple of weeks.
Harden Valley led 28-7 at halftime and at the end of the third quarter. Nobody scored in the third. Pioneers finally got on the board again late in the ball game. 61-yard pass play from Grayson to Turner. I believe that may be what we have coming up right here.
Right. We ran some play action and just ran him straight down the field, and he ran by the defender, and the defender fell down. It was a nice. He put the ball out there for him. Isaiah gave him a chance to catch the ball, and caught it and took it in the end zone. It was a good play.
Had time to eat a sandwich and
that's right.
Take a sun drop before he went to the end zone, but the DB fell down. It was a one-on-one back there.
That's right.
Yeah.
They did some things on defense that we really weren't ready for. The first time, the first time you play somebody, sometimes it's hard to really get a gauge on how they're gonna play on offense and defense. And they did a couple of things that were totally different than they did against Maryville, who they played the week before, and really all year. And we did not adjust well. I thought they did a good job. They have a veteran coach who's been around for a while, and they did a good job of taking away the things we do well on offense. And also they kind of schemed us up with some things they hurt us throwing the ball with against our defense as well.
And McCall, when he saw that he was that wide open, he had to be praying, don't let me drop this.
That's right. That's right.
Because you get that wide open, sometimes you can get a little rattled there.
Hey, McCall's one of the most improved players I've seen from one year to the next. It makes sense because he really never played football. He's always been a basketball guy. He came out last year and played in every game, and I think he started every game last year. And sometimes you learn through making mistakes, and I think he definitely has. He's become a real good player.
Yeah, he certainly has. Really came on strong toward the second half of the season.
Right.
Hawks go on to win it 35-14. They'll go on and play Riverdale this coming Friday night. For the Pioneers, 12 first downs, according to our numbers. Not a bad outing against a good football team.
They kind of took away some of the things that Grayson had been doing, and some things were open, and we just weren't able to consistently put drives together. I think we had 4 fourth downs that we didn't make, and we missed each one by about a millimeter.
Yeah.
And on the last one, the official came over there. I said, "You don't even have to measure. I know we're going to be short by a millimeter." It just seemed like that every time. But
That kind of night.
that's right. That's right. And you kind of have to take some chances against a team that's a little better than you. And they got out of the gate early on us and scored some points, so it's putting some pressure on our offense to score, and we just couldn't quite do it at the right time.
Yeah, the drive coming out of the third quarter, I think we had like 7.5 minutes, and again it stalls by about a fraction of an inch.
Right. That was. Yeah, if we could have put it in, it would have been a 2-score game, and who knows what would have happened after that.
Game could have been closer.
That's right.
35-14, Coach. In the first week of the playoffs, had a lot of blowout scores around the state, even in our region. Siegel just got blown out of the water. Warren County, I thought, handled themselves very well. Again, a break here and there. Who knows what could have happened.
Right. We were, we struggled at the back end of the season on making big plays on offense, and again, it hurt us on defense not having Brendan Breedlove at linebacker. But I thought our kids played hard in the game. They've for the most part played hard in just about all the games, and I thought they, you're sad to see season end, but I talked to the seniors after the game, and a lot of those guys invested a lot into the program, and of course we're upset because it's the last game together, and but all things have a beginning and an end, and if you can, I told those guys they can be proud of how they performed. If they can, know they gave winning efforts for the most part, that they have a lot to be proud of, and I think the program will be better off for having them in the program.
Well, Coach, off season coming up, I know you're going to give them a little break to kind of get over this season, and you don't want to just run them right into the next one. But facilities are in place. Got the new indoor facility there, beautiful new weight room, and so everything's in place to get some of these kids built up and get them ready for next year.
Right. We're also really excited to have a great 8th grade group coming over this year. They were undefeated. Coach Harris did a great job with them, and I think there's about 30 or 35 kids. We hope to get all of them out, maybe even a few more, and to join us as soon as we can get those guys over here. Right. Our facilities are great. We're also going to be, like you say, taking some time off, but this time is, I've got all the assistant coaches out. We're going to be recruiting the halls for some guys that could maybe help us. We've had some guys join the team that helped us this year. If they'd been playing for a couple of years, I think they could have really been good. Like Trevor Collins is one. He hadn't played football, and he came out, and he became a starter many times on defense, and at the end of the year at receiver, and made a number of big plays for us this year. Of course, K-Ron came out, and he hadn't played since he was a freshman, but that was a great addition. We'd just love to have some guys that want to be part of a team and can do some things to help us win next year. Yeah.
Well, the JV squad did quite well this year, unbeaten, as did as you said, the middle school team, unbeaten. I guess the challenge is keeping these kids out because, as we know, from middle school to high school, there's a lot out there to get their attention. I guess the challenge for coaches is to keep their interest in football, make them want to get out there and excel.
That's right, and I think it's a challenge everywhere. Warren County or Nashville or Memphis or Knoxville, I think that's the case at every school. There are a lot of things that kids can do now, but it's I tell the kids all the time, most of the things that are meaningful you do with someone else, and there's no better place to do it with on a football team. It's hard, but it's also it has teaches you a lot of life lessons, and I think there's a great benefit for kids participating in all sports, but especially football.
Well, the TSSAA I think they've made their decision to change the playoff situation a little bit for next year. We'll still be in 6A because of our enrollment, and I guess more than likely we'll still be playing the same teams that we played this year?
Not sure. I've heard a number of different options. I heard that we might be in with some of the Murfreesboro teams, but there might not be as many teams in that region. They may send Smyrna somewhere else, and we may only have five or six team region, which would enable us to go outside and get some games that are not in the region.
Yeah.
Also, I've heard that we might be going down towards Chattanooga with Ottawa and Bradley and Cleveland, along with, and most of the times the two teams that'll always be with us will be Cookeville and Coffee County.
Right.
So we'll just have to wait. I think it'll come out on November 17th. We'll find out, what region we're in, and then we'll be scrambling to get games, and it'll be, but we'll know a little bit more at that point.
Okay. Well, Coach, appreciate you talking with us week after week, keeping us up to date as how the team's been going, and best of luck through the postseason, getting these kids back out, and hopefully things will get even better next year.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jay.
All right. And that's going to wrap it up for the Coach Tom Moore Show. We thank you for watching. For Coach Tom Moore, I'm Jay Walker. We'll see you next time.
Grayson wants to throw. Pass is going to be caught at the 45-yard line. And that's the offense we've seen last week. Yeah.
Play action. Dumps it off to Collins. Collins to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Cuts inside. Touchdown, Pioneer.
Gives the Pioneer fans something to cheer about tonight.
Morin into
To Thomas. Thomas to the end zone. Touchdown Pioneers. Game over.